Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Prakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, whom I learned the truth from. Please salutations to the Akim, to the elect, that are scattered across the four corners of this earth, to put in the truth and faith and sincerity. I'm the bro Shema Allah from the GMS Youth Camp, and this lesson is going to be entitled, You Have to Be Renewed. All right, because, in this truth, man, you don't come in and just be the same man that you were. All right, the same man you were, in the world, right? The same type of mindset. I just handling things the same way, right? Nothing changing. You're not walking different. All right, because if that's the case, then you're not really of Yahushua. All right, because coming out of this world, the scriptures say we were dead. All right, we were those dead bodies. All right, Revelation the 11th chapter, Ezekiel the 37th chapter. All right, so you can't remain that because, in the book of Ephesians, the 2nd chapter, it speaks about us being quickened, which is to be made alive. And to be made alive, that's really a way of life, the way that you live, the way that you conduct yourself, right? The anastrophe, right? Which basically the Greek word for, your behavior and your conduct. All right, you can look that up in 2 Peter the 3rd chapter, when it speaks about what manner of conversation, are we to be in? No, roughly paraphrasing, right? But these things are supposed to change, right? And you're supposed to follow after, Yahushua, follow after his footsteps, right? That's why we're in this thing, and that's the true baptism, right? Being washed in your mind from all of the filth of the world, all right? So this lesson ain't gonna be too long. Just get started. And Salaki, if you hear any background noise or, anything, Salaki in advance. Right, but this is Colossians 3:1. It says, if ye then be risen with Yahushua, seek those things which are above, where Yahushua sitteth on the right hand of the Most High. So we are risen with Yahushua. All right, Isaiah 60:1 says, arise and shine. All right, for thy light is come, which is the truth. All right, Ephesians, the 5th chapter, speaks about, arise from the dead, arise from sleep, and that's what happened. And we are risen with Yahushua, right? Because Yahushua rose from the dead, and we arose spiritually. But it says, if ye then be risen with Yahushua, seek those things which are above, where Yahushua sitteth on the right hand of the Most High. So we're supposed to be seeking heavenly things, heavenly gifts, the kingdom, right? All of these things, righteousness, right? Righteousness to be established upon earth, right? This is what we're supposed to be, looking for and hoping for, right? As the hopeful elect, as men of the Lord. You see, you should want the kingdom of the Lord to come, all right? It says, set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth, right? You can't be worried about, basically too much of this world, right? And getting wrapped up and entangled, like it says in 2 Timothy, right? You ain't supposed to be getting entangled with the affairs of this life to where that you can't do your duty for the Lord, right? And it's getting in the way of this truth, right? Those things, you got to cut those things off, right? That's part of the old man too. Right? A lot of things that you used to worry about, man, that shit don't matter no more, right? If it's in the way, right? If it's in the way of this truth of you, being profitable to the ministry, you got to cut it off, all right? It says, for ye are dead, and your life is hid with Yahushua and the Most High. So what does it mean by you are dead? All right, basically we are dead to this world. Right, our life, right, is hid in Yahushua because we are living for Him. Right, we not wrapped up into this world. We are in the world, but we're not of the world. All right, we are not like these other people, just out here living it up, right, in complete darkness. You see, this isn't our life, because we understand that this isn't life. So our life is hid in this truth, right, in this gospel in Yahushua. Right? We are occupied in this ministry. We're occupied in these scriptures. You see, this is our life, right? It says, when Yahushua, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear to him in glory. So Yahushua is our life, because when he comes, we shall truly live, right? Because that's when the kingdom of heaven is going to be established, right? Our laws are going to be in effect. Righteousness shall reign on the planet Earth. You see, everything is going to be back in its correct order, and we're going to actually be able to live. All right, that's when we're going to be able to live. That's how our life is hid in Yahushua. All right, that's our life. It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, or mortify. What does mortify mean? Mortify basically means put to death. All right. It says, therefore your members which are upon earth. So, your members is basically going into, your body parts, this and that, But it ain't talking about actually cutting your hand off or cutting your leg off. It ain't talking about nothing like that. Basically, it's saying control yourself, right? All right, you gotta have some self-control. You see, you gotta make yourself subject unto the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, the will of the Heavenly Father, right? To the best way you possibly can, because we understand that your flesh is wicked, right? But you gotta wanna, to do right, right? And do right, by following your scriptures. You see? So it says mortify. Let's see what this word is. Strong's G3499, necro, or necro, to subdue, to dead, mortify, to make dead, to put to death, to slay, worn out of an impotent old man, to deprive of power, destroy the strength of, right? Because this flesh will have you want to do and think, some crazy shit, because this flesh is nothing but wickedness. All right, but you gotta take the strength away from that, right? Because your flesh don't control you. You see, you control the flesh, right? Even though you're gonna go off and, from time to time, but hey, you in control, right? Through the Lord. You see, your body doesn't have a mind of its own to where, it's just taking over and overpowering your mind and, this and that. Nah, you can control yourself. All right. So it says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, right? Because you're seeking things above, right? Fornication, right? Which is basically adultery. You see, you ain't supposed to be sleeping with another man's wife. You can control that. you can deprive yourself, right, of that action, right? Nobody should be committing adultery, right? That ain't no slip up, man. All right. And we understand this is a wicked place, and you got women that lie about this and that. Oh, they don't got a man, this and that. But, intentionally committing adultery and, or a woman might say, oh, it's complicated. Nah, bro, leave it alone. Ain't no it's complicated. Leave it alone. All right. So adultery it's a no. All right. And the world promotes adultery. All right. You get praise for committing adultery, right? If you could take another man's girl. All right. But in the eyes of the Most High, hey, you a wicked man, and he'll put you to death for that. All right. It says uncleanness. You see, and it's a lot of things that make you unclean. You could be unclean physically, all right, and spiritually. All right, doctrines can make you unclean. You see, doing unclean things, all right, that what you might have done in the world, right? Whether it's, smoking, tattoos and, consuming all types of drugs if you should do that, right? It's a lot of things that go into uncleanness, right? Shit, even your house, right? I mean, you gotta have things in order. You see, how you gonna be a son of God and, everything is just out of order, right? You got fucking, chip bags all over the room and bowls and cups. Man, clean that up, man. You see, you gotta be in order, all right? Uncleanness can go into a lot of things, and that's part of the old man, right? Because if the world don't hold you to a particular standard, the world don't give a damn. You can do whatever you want to do, all right? But in this truth, Yahushua holds you to a standard, and you gotta follow that, all right? See, it says, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, right? Lusting after evil things. All right, you got people in the world that got burning desires to do wickedness, right? See another man's, like I said, adultery. See another man's woman, and he's burning for her, right? And then eventually he's gonna be overtaken by that lust, right? You know, whether you got Jake in the world, they see something that another man have, right, that they want, and they want to take it. They coveting. You see, they lust to do evil. The Most High said, my people are wise to do evil. All right. It says, in covetousness, see, which is idolatry. So coveting after things, it's idolatry. Right? Whatever you hold, something that you just really can't, stop thinking about. Like you just, you can lust after righteousness, but like you just covering after, something that somebody else is. You just really want it, can't get it out your mind, right? Or you might be really, really into a woman, and it's damn near to the point to where you kind of worshiping her. Anything that you worship on the planet Earth, man, that's an idol. Whether it's a car, whether it's a woman, fucking PS5, all of these things, man. You can make an idol out of that shit, man. If you don't be careful, right? You can't be too consumed with the things on this earth. All right. It says, for which things sake the wrath of the Most High cometh on the children of disobedience, right? The 2/3 gonna be slaughtered for these things, because they don't care, bro. They want to do what they want to do. They don't want to be controlled. They don't want to live to a standard. All right? They feel like as if they in control, right? They can do whatever they want to do with their life. Nah, you can't do that. We entered into an agreement with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that we will do all of these words. Read that in Exodus. All right? Yahweh Shah came to make it easier for us. All right? That agreement is not done away with. We're just not going to be saved by that, but we're supposed to keep it to the best of our ability. All right? It says, in the which ye also walked some time when ye lived in them. So yeah, we used to do these things. Right? Before the truth, we wasn't, trying to live a righteous life. All right? You might have thought you were. You see, you might have thought you had good intentions. You might have thought that you were so-called good according to the standards of this world. But this world lied in wickedness. The scriptures say that the whole world lied in wickedness. The Most High's laws ain't established here. All right, so none of us was righteous. So we all walked and did things in the contrary to the scriptures, right? But it says, but now ye also put off all these anger, wrath, malice. You see, you can't be coming to the truth, man. You just just an angry individual. You're angry at the world, angry at everybody, angry at this and that, or hey, booger, that shit could consume you. You see, it's okay to be angry, at wickedness. But I'm talking about, bro, you just mad at every fucking thing. You just finding everything to be fucking mad at. Like, bro, chill. All right, chill, bro. You got this truth. The Most High, revealed His Spirit unto you. He gave you that breath. You can understand these scriptures. You understand the end game. Bro, it's gonna be all right, man. It's gonna be all right. It says, wrath. All right, you ain't supposed to be a wrathful, person. You see, because these people, bro, they be full of wrath, and they end up, killing one another, just doing some horrible things to one another, even their family members. You ain't supposed to be full of wrath. Wrath can get you possibly killed, right, or locked up. Jake is full of wrath. It says that Jake is basically like a wild bull in the net. All right, you can't be like that. Man, you got to control yourself, have some self-control. You see, move in wisdom, wise as a serpent. All right. But it says malice, blasphemy, right? Blasphemy, speaking evil, right? Of the scriptures of the Most High, of heavenly things. Because in the world you might have said some things that, about these things, right? Or I don't believe in the Most High, or why would He do this if He love us? Or, I don't believe in the scriptures. The scriptures is false. Man, whatever, right? That's like blasphemous, you see? Because that ain't true. right? You just evil speaking on something you don't even understand. Filthy communication out of your mouth, like, right, other doctrines, things you might have believed in, right? You gotta let that shit go, right? Because there's only one truth, right? And even the way Jake used to talk in the world, man, hey, if you hear a conversation that Jake be having, man, you be like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Ugh. Like, bro, how could you say that? All right? I mean, all of these things are supposed to change. You see? If you got this truth is supposed to show forth, right, to your actions. All right? And how you talk, man, and all these things. Right? How you treat people. All right? It says, lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. Right? You ain't supposed to be lying to brothers, man. You know, in the world, Jake be finessing. Right? You ain't supposed to be finessing your brother, man. Right? Just coming up with all type of lies, lying about small stuff, man. You ain't supposed to be lying about nothing at all. All right? Because we brothers. You supposed to tell the truth. You gotta be truthful, you know, in all aspects, whatever going on, bro. There's no reason to lie, man. We all are the same body. We all here for each other, man. We all we got. What's the reason to lie for? Let me see. But it says, and I put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. So you're supposed to be renewed, right, in the mind, in the spirit. That's what it's talking about. All right. After these scriptures, after Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we're supposed to seek to be, you know, as righteous as we can be, following Yahushua's footsteps, trying to measure up to him. Right? Because the Most High was pleased in Yahushua. He always said that, man. It's my beloved son whom I'm well pleased. And this is what we gotta try to be like. All right. So let me go to Romans 12 and 2. It says, and be not conformed to this world, right? And conform meaning with the shape of this world. All right, because this world be molding people to be wicked, all right, to do what you want to do, to be against the Most High. So we ain't supposed to be like that. Follow the crowd. Right? The scripture say, follow not a multitude to do wickedness. The scripture say that it's gonna be more to be destroyed than saved. Also, the scripture say that it's gonna be more that go through that, you know, the gate that leadeth unto destruction than that straight gate that leadeth unto life. All right, so you ain't supposed to be following the world. This world is gonna be destroyed, right? The rulership, the people that's in rulership, right? They're gonna be taken out of rulership, and you know the Lord gonna shoot missiles on the Babylon the Great. They're gonna have missiles shot on this place. The Lord gonna reset everything, right? So you know the actual world, the planet Earth, is not gonna be destroyed, right? But you're gonna have Babylon the Great that's gonna be destroyed in other parts of the earth, right? It's gonna be taken out by these missiles. You see. And judgment is going to happen to people for being disobedient, right? Especially the Israelites, right? Because they are the ones that's supposed to be following these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability, right? But it says, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. So that's when the Most High actually start dealing with you, man, when you actually change. Like I said, that's a true baptism, right? It's being baptized in the spirit, right? And that's what Yahushua, you know, this truth is supposed to do to you, right? Because what does baptism represent? Baptism represents basically becoming a new man, right? They dunk you in the water and you come up. That represents you being washed. But it all starts with your conscience. You gotta have a pure conscience towards the Most High. So let me end it off in Ephesians 4. And let me see. 22, it said that ye put out the Son in the former conversation, the old man which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. So the old man that you were, shit gotta go, man. It ain't gonna fly, bro. Not in the truth. Right, the Lord will spew you out, right? And it's gonna take time to, you know, to change yourself, right? Some things you might not notice on your own. Some things, another brother in his face is gonna have to come to you and correct you and to check you. And it's all love, bro. And you gotta accept that. All right? Can't be offended, can't be emotional, right? Like a woman, because hey, that's part of the whole, man. Because a lot of us are raised by our mothers, and this and that shit rubbed off on us. But that shit gotta go too, bro. All of that. You gotta know how to take rebuke, take correction. All right, we all do. Ain't nobody above correction, man. Nobody above correction. That's above our heritage. Even in the law, it says to correct one another. You're supposed to just be watching, and, your brother go off and, say nothing. All right, that's the Most High. That's how he molds you into what he wants you to be. It says, and renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that you put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. All right. It says that you put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness, right? Because this flesh, like I said, is wicked. All right. So you can't recreate the flesh. You can't be born again, physically, but you can do it spiritually through this word. All right. So yeah, man, that's really the lesson, man. I could have kept going on, but I got, other things to take care of, man. But I hope I got the point across, right? That this truth is about changing and evolving, upgrading the spirit. You see, and if you first coming into this thing, man, it's gonna take a minute. Some things can be dropped right then and there, but right, like the scripture say in the book, I believe 2 Corinthians, which is the 4th chapter, speaks about the inward man is renewed day by day. We all being constantly renewed, shedding off things, right? That's impure to the Most High, right? And it's never gonna stop. The Most High gonna constantly put us through the fire to get us to where we need to be, right? And you gotta want that. You gotta want to be changed, right? Things that you notice, you see, because the Lord gonna put it in your face, bro. Like things that you ain't supposed to be doing, like the Lord gonna put the problem in your face, all right? The Lord got his ways of showing you, like, hey, this right here ain't gonna work, all right? It ain't like a voice or anything gonna come out of the sky like, hey, bro, chill. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. The Lord, he got his ways, bro. You just gotta pay attention. You gotta be in the spirit, right? And once these things come up, the Lord show you, you gotta find a solution, right? How can I become better? How can I, change this? And pray to the Lord, right? And also you got brothers to assist you, right? Scripture say do nothing without counsel. All right, so, that was the lesson, man. I was just edifying. And that I'm going to say shalom, man. Till next time.